there was a law that changed or something, an opportunity that opened up in prison where you knew that this was the opportunity that you could come home. Describe that.
Oh, so so yeah, so look, right? So Kareem is a lawyer, like bona fide, right? So the whole time while we incarcerated, he always, I know he in the law library. That's what he doing. He studying, bop, bop, bop. He getting it together, right? I do the law library too, but not like him. You know what I'm saying? Like he on another level in the law library, right? So I'm working on my journey home.
Yeah, no doubt.
so, cause I know, bruh got it, right?
Yeah.
So, at the same time, so we always communicate, we always writing. So, it's like before the law even came out, bruh always, he always got something. He is something, it's some type of motion we about to file, you know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, any one of them, they could say yes, you know what I mean? Like, they can give us a million no's, but if they say yes just once, we out of here, right? So I always had faith, you know what I mean? Not in the system, you know what I'm saying? But I had faith in I had faith in God, and I had faith in the God within us, right? That we gonna basically be able to see things through. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I knew we weren't gonna die in it, right? And I can't wait till some of my other brothers come home that could be able to, like, add credence to my story right here. Cause I always told them, even when I was in Victorville at 25, they was like, Pug, man, niggas dying in here. I don't care what niggas doing in here. I'm going home one day. You hear me? Yeah. Yeah, shout out to my partner, man. You know what I'm saying? He about to come home now. But so 2016, new law came out called IVER. And what that is the Incarceration Reduction Amendment Act, right? So basically what the law entails is that if you was under the age of 18 when you committed your crime, right, and got, a very lengthy sentence, you can petition the court for early release, right? Basically, you had to have 20 years in, right? So the thing is, you had to like show the court that you have been rehabilitated. And, that's a strange thing within itself because rehabilitated, we wasn't never habilitated. You know what I mean? So we had to show them that we was habilitated. You know what I mean? But in their language, rehabilitated,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
That's their language. We had to be really rehabilitative, right? So the thing was, I was already in there programming, you know what I'm saying? I was part of an African community, you know what I'm saying? Like we understand, the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I'm saying? And it's a rites of passage in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because many men ain't men.
Yeah.
They don't think like men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even now, you can catch a dude 50 years old, you know what I mean, living his life like a child, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So I was already in there like being a teacher, right? Being a teacher, man. And, you know what I'm saying, creating programs and, working out, going to college, right? Studying, working on my book, right? Poet. Make, my music.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? My art, everything, you know what I'm saying? So like, it wasn't hard for me to put a case before them. Now, this the crux of it though. So Kareem, he go up first. He was the first one that went on the IVER. He filed his own motion, right? Yeah, he filed his own motion, man. So when he filed the motion, he sent it to me. I read it. I'm like, all right. All right, big boy. You know what I mean? And
it looked official.
Yeah, it was way official. But I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna probably tell you that story in time. So, so in any regard, man, they about to call me up to jail. So at the time, I don't feel comfortable with telling anybody that I murder someone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm embarrassed about it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just not how I've been raised, right? I've never been able to, talk about none of that stuff, right? And he's the same way. He's never been able to talk about it either. But for this specific law, he like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? This is the way I'm coming at him. I'm letting him know I did it, right? So I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to let him know. So he like, all right, cool. I'm gonna tell him what I did, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. And then, so I had a guy that was, supposed to help me in my case, and he kind of dropped the ball. So once he dropped the ball, it was like, all right, I did it. My hands is up. You know what I'm saying? And it was a saying like bruh said, man, he burned the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no way back. You know what I mean? So I pretty much I burnt the bridge. You know what I mean? And I noticed that was probably the best decision that I could make. You know what I mean? Because the creator got me covered. You know what I mean? He has me covered because he gonna use my story and people like me to save other young men. You know what I mean? That's committing the same crime. You know what I mean? That's hopeless out there on the block, ain't got nothing to live for. You can see me today and you can be like, damn, he did that. I know I can do it. You know what I mean? Just like a spider repairs his web. We gotta repair our community. You know what I'm saying? Because like, America love the criminal, but they hate the crime. You know what I'm saying? And we the only ones that's really losing on both ends. You hit him, then they send you to prison. And then you expect a system that called you 3/5 of a man to give you some type of justice. They gonna give you no justice. They don't even look at you as a human being. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So when you sat down with Kim Kardashian, because
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm trying
reached
to get
out
to
to
too.
her, she, by the grace of God, picked you as among 40 people to help. And how was it like what was that feeling like that somebody actually recognized and took notice of your case?
Yeah, so God work in mysterious ways, right? So what I was about to say too, Kareem made it home first. Then after Kareem made it home, then Harleen, right? So I was the last one. But my motion had been filed, I think, before Harlem's. So I should have probably came up a lot earlier. However, my uncle, the one that was torturing me when I was a child, he reached out to the prosecutor and was like, man, you can't let him come home. Yeah, he reached out to my lawyers. He let my lawyers know you can't let him come home. He gonna do something to me. So, you know, I don't know for what reason, but things was taking a long time because I guess they real conniving. So they trying to find a way how they can, use what he's saying to maybe keep me in there. And then you got the psychologist that was on my case. She believed that I should do an extra 3 years because I didn't admit to the crime initially, right? So man, it was looking a little rocky, right? Even though my lawyers, they was ready, right? But it was looking a little rocky. And then my professor, Mark Howard, from Georgetown, he told me, you know what I'm saying, that he had spoke to Kim about me. So when I heard that, I was ecstatic, right? So I wrote a letter to her and she endorsed me, right? So I'm big on like, I'm big on loyalty, right? And it's always been a situation for me like, you show your loyalty to me when I'm down. I show my loyalty to you when I'm up, right? So what Kim did is beyond words, right? For whatever reason, she did it, right? It's beyond words. You know, I'm totally like indebted. You know what I mean? I love her to death. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to hear from her another day in my life. You know what I mean? Like, she took a step to give me my life back, right? And, you know, in any situation, you know what I'm saying, which I know a situation would never come about like this, but I would be willing to give my life for her. You know what I mean? Because that's what true loyalty is. That's what true honor is. So yeah, shout out to Kim, you know?
No question about it. You know, one of the things I love about your story is that, you know, you had co-defendants and all of y'all came home. Listen, that don't always happen. That's very rare. That you have that amount of time and somebody doesn't cut a deal. Somebody doesn't rat. I mean, from the biggest on down. You don't see that every day. That's a thing of the past, bro. But y'all did it. And that's one of the things that I really wanted to sit down on Vlad TV with you, because in the hood, you don't hear that. And these are some of the examples that we need to see. With that said, how many years did you actually wind up doing?
So I did 23 years. Yeah, I did 23 years.